Here's everything you need to know about the TCF and the TEF French exams for your Canadian immigration. This is the easier and simpler option, and long term, this really helps. First of all, you need to understand that the TCF and TEF are two different exams. Both are approved for federal and provincial immigration programs, for express entry, and even later on for your citizenship. I'll tell you at the end of this video which exam is considered easier, and I'll talk about the differences between both exams as well. The reason why this should matter to you is because doing these exams and passing in these will give you 50 extra CRS points. Those points themselves are the difference between you getting an ITA or having nothing at all. For express entry candidates, this is important for you. We're going to look at the scoring requirements, and again, this is much easier than your CLB requirements, and we're going to look at your class, Canadian or federal classes. Now, if you're applying under the Canadian Experience class, it depends what tier job you have. Now, it's according to the National Occupational Classification System. I'm including a link for this in the description. You will go there and check what area or what category your job fits into. If it's in tier 0 or 1. For English, you need a CLB 7, and same for French. But if it's in tier 2 or 3, you need a level 5 only. Again, this is for the Canadian Experience class. When we look at the Federal Skilled Worker Program, you need a minimum level for all 4 abilities, all 4 modules, both English and French 7. Now, that is in case, this is important, in case French is your first language. So you're expected to have the same level like someone giving an English exam. But if French is your second language, all you gotta do is get a minimum level of 5. Now it says NCLC 5, that is the same thing as CLB 5. CLB, NCLC are the same thing. You can see 5, much lower than 7, which makes it an easier exam, but it is in a different language. Looking at Federal Skilled Trades Program, for English, you need 5 in speaking and listening and 4 in reading and listening. For French, you need speaking and listening 5, reading and writing 4. Same thing, not much difference. Now let's first try to understand the difference in the question types and the number of questions. Then I'll tell you what this means with regards to the CLB skill, because that is how you are monitored, and based on that score, you will get your points or you might not. Now, the TEF exam is about 2 hours and 55 minutes. You get 40 questions for listening, 40 for reading. For writing, you get 2 tasks. And for speaking, you get 2 tasks only. All 4 parts are computer-based, so there's no paper, which is really handy for people who are computer proficient. Let's talk about the TCF exam. This is just slightly shorter at 2 hours and 47 minutes. 39 questions for listening, 39 questions for reading. You have 3 tasks here for writing and 3 for speaking. So writing and speaking are slightly longer. And here you have the paper option. So if you lean more into the paper, you can use that, or you could use the computer option too. It depends on the center where you're booking your exam. Let's talk about money and booking options. Both exams roughly cost about $390. The TEF dates are posted monthly, and they are in across 500 centers all over Canada. TCF has fewer seats, so you want to plan ahead. Now, in terms of results, you get TEF results emailed to you in 2 to 3 weeks, while TCF ships a certificate to the center in 15 working days. So this is important considering whenever you need to get these scores ready for your profile. Now, both scores are valid for 2 years, 24 months. So you have a long time to apply for your immigration, but if you did this test and 2 years have gone by, you may need to take the test again. Now, let's hit the jackpot question. Which is considered easier? This is based on student sentiment that is seen online, and our own students at HZad Education. We'll talk about HZad in a second. TCF is generally considered the easier exam. Students say that TCF reading and listening are much easier, while TEF writing demands a little more creativity. But some students say that for the listening section specifically, TEF might be easier because you see the questions before the audio. So it really, at the end of the day, depends on what skill sets you have and what modules you're good and weak in. Choose wisely. Here's what I recommend for your choice and also for your preparation, and I'll tell you about HZad Education and how we can help. When you are preparing, you gotta assess yourself and your French ability. See if you can do this test or if English testing is still the easier option for you. At the end of the day, you don't want to take too much time learning a new language, but if you're already there, the CLB requirements are much lesser. Maybe this is the exam for you. At HZad Education, we provide you with TCF and TEF mock tests. We conduct a free assessment session for you. It is completely free. They'll teach you where you stand and also what you need to do and how many months or weeks or days you will need to prepare. All you gotta do is check out the link in the description. We have some of the best French teachers who teach TEF, TCF, give you mock tests for practice in class and at home. And again, HZad Education is the biggest name in self-pep tutoring, a huge name in IELTS and PT core preparation. In fact, we are the official partners of Pearson PTE. Now, HZad Education is stepping into the world of TCF and TEF after a huge demand from our students for coaching in this area, and we are glad to oblige. Check out the link in the description. Sign up for your free assessment. We have limited slots available. And more importantly, subscribe to this channel, because if you know anything about HZad Education, we upload great tips and tricks that are informative and they are frequent. They'll target every area of your examination. And in the next few weeks, our teachers will be uploading a lot of content on TEF, TCF preparation for your free viewing and learning experience. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.